And this question is given that a small planet is revolving around a very massive star in a circular orbit of radius r with a period of revolution that is t. If gravitational force between the planet and the star were to proportional to r raised to minus 5 by 2, then t would be proportional to. So in general, whenever we calculated the value of time period, then we assume that, or we consider that, the gravitational force of attraction between the sun and the planet is going to provide the necessary centripetal force. And for centripetal force, we wrote the equation that gmm divided by r square is equal to mv square by r. But in this question, they made some changes. It is given that if gravitational force between the planet and the star were proportional to r raised to minus 5 by 2, that means assume that m is the capital letter M is the mass of sun and small letter m is the mass of planet. So force of attraction between them is gmm divided by, in general we'll write gmm divided by r square, but over here it is given that it is not gmm by r square, it is gmm divided by r raised to 5 by 2. In question it is given that f is directly proportional to r raised to minus 5 by 2. If you are writing on denominator, it becomes plus 5 by 2. That's why I am just writing gmm divided by r raised to plus 5 by 2. Or if you want, you can write it this format. This is gmm divided by, or gmm into r raised to minus 5 by 2. That is the meaning of this question. So if you are equating this to the equation for centripetal force, so if it is moving with a velocity, let's say that is equal to v, we know the equation for centripetal force is mv square divided by r, where r is the radius of this particular orbit. So we can write this gmm r raised to minus 5 by 2 is equal to m into v square into this r over here. We can just cross multiply this r over here. So this is going to be into r. So we can cancel this m and this m. So remaining thing is gm into, you can just observe that now we are having a term of r raised to 1 and another term is r raised to minus 5 by 2, that is equal to v square. Or you can write this v square is directly proportional to, now we can observe that r raised to 1 into r raised to minus 5 by 2 is nothing but r raised to 1 minus 5 by 2, r raised to 1 minus 5 by 2. And we know that this v square is directly proportional to r raised to 1 minus 5 by 2 is nothing but 2 minus 5, which is minus 3 divided by 2. So we can write this v square is directly proportional to r raised to minus 3 by 2, or we can write this v is directly proportional to r raised to minus 3 by 2 raised to 1 by 2. So this can be written as v is directly proportional to r raised to minus 3 by 2 raised to 1 by 2 is minus 3 by 2 into minus 3 by 2 into 1 by 2, or you can write v is directly proportional to r raised to minus 3 divided by 4. So that is a relation between orbital velocity and orbital radius. So we can find out what about the value of time period. For the calculation of time period, we will write time period is distance divided by orbital velocity, and when it's complete one full circular path, we can write distance traveled is 2 pi r divided by orbital velocity, or you can write time period is directly proportional to r and inversely proportional to orbital velocity. Now we can just substitute the value of orbital velocity term over here. So this is going to be t square is directly proportional to r divided by v is directly proportional to r raised to minus 3 by 4. So we can write this is directly proportional to r raised to 1 into, if you are writing this r from denominator to numerator, this is going to be r raised to plus 3 divided by 4. So we can write this is directly proportional to r raised to 1 plus 3 divided by 4. and r raised to 1 plus 3 by 4 is nothing but 4 plus 3, that is 7, 7 divided by 4. So r raised to 7 by 4 is the value of, or time period is directly proportional to r raised to 7 divided by 4. So the answer for this question will be r raised to 7 by 4, not r raised to 7 by 2. So this will be r raised to 7 divided by 4.